gonna suck a telecaster to the television screen, 'cause I don't like what's going down. We're gonna suck a telecaster to the television screen, 'cause I don't like what's going down. I got the right, I got the right, I got the ticket and the bus stop here.
Here I am, Colin Murphy, and here it is, Merry Christmas, ding dong, saying no to bad Santas, but not no to bad toy shops. In my local toy shop, I asked for something that might appeal to my 4-year-old, and they said, how about your show? All well and good, but what 4-year-old would want this for Christmas?
I am Princess Labia from the planet Snatula. I have been sent to Earth to have sex with all your male toy salesmen.
All except you, bitter boy from Tommy's Wonderland of Value. Bit more respect next time, all right? And more from Princess Labia later. But first, orgasmic news from RTE's busy department of New Year's Eve. This year's special show, shot as usual in July, will feature Gayburn and Twink in a bikini. Both of them in a bikini. It's all part of RTE's plan to ring in a happy and wholesome 1985. But if you watch TV and don't like time travel, why not try this? On tonight's almost Christmas edition of The Blizzard of Oz, the foreign language freak flick from the country that never was, Star Trek's Captain Kirk in Incubus, the only feature movie ever to be shot entirely in the bonkers language of Esperanto. I see rock stars. When? All the time. Where? In dated sunglasses. Sightings of Bono, the movie, the chat show, and the police file, as Bono becomes the first celebrity stalker to actively stalk his own fans. I fell into a burning rain of fire. Dragons rule the earth in the Maid in Wicklow winged pyromaniac shocker that sadly combusted at the box office. And who said dildos can't dance? They're bad and they're balletic in the Band in Ireland musical that'll leave you gagging for a stiff one. But first, TV. It gets everywhere if you let it, so don't let it. Try Bogglebox instead. Whee! Okay, so having a go with a show like Eurostar is easy. But hell, we're here to make it easier.
Within 4 hours, a number of our acts will be on stage in the Glen Eagles Hotel and in the Granary in Killarney, and they'll be singing for survival.
They'll be singing for survival. Oh, if only that were true. Where are the Hungry Lions, the Ace Marksmen? Where's the Anthrax? What do they have to survive on? The acne, the cut-glass tongues at the Take No Prisoners judging panel, and the total apathy of the audience. Okay, only the acne and the apathy bits were true. Because the judges come across like care workers in the Twilight home for terminally deluded teenagers.
I was disappointed tonight. She'd want to be doing something
I was
now.
not disappointed tonight.
Are these people paid enough to care that much? Mouthiest care worker is TV talent show reject Hazel, perfectly cast to shepherd the little dreamers towards obscurity, because if anyone knows how to feel, she does.
We're all going on a little holiday to the Glen Eagles Hotel in sunny Killarney.
Same. I'm going to live forever in Killarney. And later on in a Tuesday night karaoke residency in a singing pub in Moat. Now, Eurostar is a show whose aspiration is right out of pace with its inspiration. It aspires to deliver a brand new Europop sensation to reinstate our lost Euro pride. But frankly, it doesn't know how.
We've asked Paul to give a sort of historical overview of the Eurovision Song Contest.
We've won it 7 times in all, okay?
There's absolutely nothing you can't ask Paul about the Eurovision. So if there's a question you really want to know the answer to...
I have a question I really want to know the answer. What have we done wrong, sir, over the last 7 or 8 years?
Good God, Dana would be turning in her grave. If only she were really dead. Eurovision, it's gay Christmas for pity's sake. We keep on sending worker elves when Eurovision's gay Santa wants fairies, and lots of them. Nobody in the show is gay enough to understand or deliver a Euro hit, but that's not their fault. Oh no, this year, as always, you'll be asked to vote for the winning act, you'll be asked to vote for the winning song, and when the act and the song come last, you'll be blamed for the tragedy. Oh yeah.
It's your fault, yeah. It's your fault.
But the Eurostar blame train this week trundled into Killarney. Oh, you can just smell that train, can't you? Oh. Potato, tuna sandwiches, impulse and teenage boy. The sweet smell of pseudo-Euro success. Room for one more in the saint-deluded youth group? You betcha! Poor Dave Fanning. Someday he'll look back on all this, laugh nervously and change the subject. In his head, Eurostar Dave is just a hologram.
Frightening. Frightening.
The real flesh and blood Dave is somewhere far cooler.
Oh, God, shut up.
Hey, Dave, this is cool, really. You're helping those kids. The This is so hip and underground. If this show was on MTV, it'd be called So Hopeless They're Happening. Tonight we're featuring a band. They're called they're chicks, they're Irish, and they're uber tuba underground. So don't turn your front and lie that you've heard of them, because you haven't, suckers. Give it up for
How much time will tell if you'll make your way back to your own world?
Should not be. I'm going to rip out my own eardrums and sell them on eBay. But I can't, because drummer girl there might buy them. Oh, look at them. I feel like I'm at a truck stop, and they should be topless. But the thing about You're a Star is that it's not being used properly for the good of the nation. The thing is, entering should be compulsory for anyone under 20 who's ever owned a belly top, listened to a Ronan Keating album, joined a folk group, bought a guitar they couldn't play, or styled their hair into a Hoxton fin. It could be like national service for the witless. Toughen them up, wipe out fashion crime.
We have a very serious criminal problem in the city.
But who's going to wipe out Limerick crime? Why, RTE, of course. Because let's face it, they created it. And Limerick. It's the RTE drama department's longest running and most successful crime fantasy. So let's simulate Limerick.
The shooting continued for 30 seconds. Eddie Ryan was dead, shot 11 times.
Set on fire and kidnapped to death by simulated criminals from some of the country's shadiest acting agencies. Oh, this month RTE once again stood purposefully by as Limerick slowly turned itself into a knife. A retractable rubber one. Oh yeah. And those exploding pavements. Oh, even David Cronenberg wouldn't have thought of that one. But is time running out for RTE coverage of Limerick? Are there any deprived Victorian urchins left to film? Are there any more cars left to burn out? Limerick, it simulates me. And the actors who run Limerick's crime world, thespian gods, a lot of them.
They said they wanted us to get Kieran and Philip Colopy out onto the Sandmal bank, that they had a yoke out there.
If I had a choice between interviewing him or getting in my homemade time machine, going back in time and interviewing William Shakespeare, I would tell the Bard of Avon to go screw himself. For if a single frame from one of this man's performances were placed in an envelope, wrapped in linen and sealed in a lead sarcophagus, it would still be so powerful it could cure some form of malaria. Bard of Limerick, you've truly been through a lot.
I remember Desi Dundon getting or making a phone call on his mobile and saying, "We've got them."
Between your role as the whining husband in Zombie Chicks in South Hill and Jonas Salk's discovery of the polio vaccine, which do you think was more important to the course of human history?
I witnessed David Frog Eye Stanners shoot my uncle in the back of the head. I was stabbed 17 times. David Frog Eye Stanners, my lord, stabbed me in the chest a good few times.
A noble answer, sir. Next month, the Bard of Limerick plays a noble villain with a limp on Crime Call, Lime, whatever it's called now. Thank you. If Limerick Tale of Two Cities was a succulent simulated